It's absolutely fascinating because I feel like I have been on your last podcast, quite a handful of times, which I am very grateful for, and I always have the best time. And you guys are efficient. And you guys are so on top of it. And you have Shannon, who is a delight. And she's always so on top of everything. And I look at that and I was like, wow, my producer should look up to Shannon. She should be revered. And here he is, lollygagging around.
So you have to understand that Realized Podcast is like 10 years of work. Like, we've been doing this a long time. Shannon is browbeaten past the point of submission.
Yes, but Max should be as well.
Yes, he 100% should be.
He should be bent over. This is not his first go around.
No.
This is not. Very disappointing behavior.
And there's some things that you shouldn't have to tell him. He should know through osmosis of being a good producer how to set things up, how to communicate things. The fact that you even have to say it is an admission of guilt on his part.
Typical kick Ike.
Yep.
It's there. Because I'm with the one and only Zach Amico.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Very hot. Welcome to That's Hot, you guys. I am your host, Sabrina Piper, aka Funny Girl with Tits. I know. Every time I say that now, I'm feeling a little more like this rebrand is insane.
Really? Because I was thinking about changing my name to Funny Guy with Tits.
That would be good.
I think it's a good branding move.
But then because you're about to start like headlining, I have to open for you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it really doesn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't make sense. It would be confusing to people.
Yeah.
And I think we would split money down the middle.
We would have to.
Yeah, we would have to, because people would not know who they were going to see. It would be like a Gallagher 2 thing. Gallagher's brother bought the rights to be Gallagher in like B cities. So when Gallagher was doing like arenas and shit, Gallagher 2, but the 2 would be very small in Roman numerals, would do like local theaters. So people would be like in like a shit little town, be like, we had Gallagher, but they wouldn't know because it was his brother dressed like him.
I think that could be us. I want to dress like you. I'm like, there we go.
Oh, really? Because I was going to say, you look like you're already halfway dressed like Gallagher.
I feel like now I have to say, I'm like, ooh, can I see Gallagher? Are they gorgeous? I know. I feel like I kind of
sex symbol Gallagher, yes.
Oh.
It goes like Madonna, Dennis Rodman, Gallagher. That was the 90s.
Oh my God.
That's who people were looking to fuck.
Oh, but I came out at 96.
Yeah, but you get in trouble for that. Yeah. Aww. That's frowned upon in this day and age.
I guess, but it is the most
Christian?
If Christian means fun,
yeah,
yes it does.
Sure.
And now I'm like in this country for sure.
Yeah. It's frowned upon at best. You gotta wait.
A tad bit.
Yeah, dude, I saw a girl the other day that was super mad about, forgive me, I think it's a French director who's done like a bunch of movies, and he got some Lifetime Achievement Award. And this girl that is like, just one of those girls who's just mad about fucking everything.
Yes.
Like the people that are mad about the fake nose that Bradley Cooper's wearing.
Oh, the Jew nose.
The Jew face thing.
Yes, the
Meanwhile,
Jew face.
the guy's family like loves the movie. I'm like, all right, then I guess I'll believe the guy's family.
Yeah. Also, he's Bradley Cooper. He's gorgeous. He needed
they got
the Jew face.
Yeah, they got something, right?
They got to Jew him up. They got to get my schnoz on him. Like, they got to do something.
If he looked like that, what's he writing symphonies for? I saw some girl complain about this director getting a Lifetime Achievement Award because in like the 80s, he married a 15-year-old. But then they stayed married for 30 years and like had kids. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's just European people being weird European people. And like, you can't force the numbers of today on like people in the 70s and 80s because it was a different time when we grew up. Like, you look at books and girls be like, when I was 12, I snuck out and saw David Bowie.
Yeah.
And that was like a thing. Now, if your 12-year-old gets into the city and into a fucking nightclub, you fucked up massively. Everyone fucked up. People fucked up across the board. 12?
I was that 12-year-old.
12?
I was like 12, 13. But I wasn't like doing anything bad. I just wanted to be there. I just thought it was so cool.
I just don't know. I mean, I started sneaking into bars when I was like 16, but I didn't even want to drink or anything. I just wanted to be out.
Yeah, okay, that's the same thing.
I didn't get jaded and want to drink till I was like sick of that.
Yeah, right? And then you're just like, I want to immerse myself now.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, I feel like I didn't start drinking until I was about like 22 or so, 23.
Yeah, I didn't start drinking until I was like 18.
Yeah. Oh, a little earlier.
But still,
That's
like...
okay. That is a couple years of a jump, like you're sitting around.
Yeah.
Did you ever like make deals with the bar? Like, I won't get anything as long as I just like sit here.
No, I was big enough. I've always been big enough that I could just walk in with like a speaker and do the roadie thing. So when I was like 16, 15, I would go to see bands at bars and they would just hand me like the bass amp. And I would walk in and then I would just sit down and like, don't make a scene. Don't try to get drinks without a wristband or whatever. Like, behave yourself.
Yeah. Just be a little bit like classy and trashy.
Just have an ounce of decorum. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't be like, we fucking left the stand the other night, a bunch of fucking shitheads leaving doped up and dying. And we went to the bar around the corner. And the bartender, I'm sitting at the bar by myself because I was ahead of everybody. And the bartender's like wrapping up. It's like midnight. He's done. And I went, hey, man, I'm so sorry. There's like 25 people coming.
Oh,
You're going to want to prepare. And I'm like, and some of them are going to suck. And he goes, okay. And I think I tipped him on my drink. And then some, like 20 people roll in. And immediately he's like, all right, guys, come on. We don't even serve that kind of beer here. Like somebody walked in with a beer.
Oh, my God.
In their hand from the bodega. And it's like, come on, man. You're rolling 20 deep into a bar. You got to buy a drink or at least not be a bum.
Well, I feel like that goes hand in hand a little bit. I feel like you be a bum outside of the bar.
Yes.
You get that? You be a real fucking man or a real fucking woman, and you grab that beer between the bodega and like the little bar, and you chug it.
Yeah, you don't bring it into the bar to sip it because you're a social drinker with an illegal drink.
No, you don't sip it. You don't do anything.
And then the poor bartender's furious. So then me and Chris Vega both tip him $20 on our next drinks so that he's nice to everybody again.
Yes. Chris Vega is so good about that.
Chris Vega is the epitome of class.
Yes,
he has taught me everything I know about how to go out and have a good night respectfully without getting in trouble, and you can get fucked up and have fun without making a scene.
I will say he is the king of that, and I saw that and with deep integrity at the gas tapings on the last night. When I saw him there, and he was the first one to like tip, and like people weren't tipping around.
Yeah,
and he was rightfully so telling people like what's up.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's
bartended.
Yes.
He comes from my mom's a bartender.
Yeah.
We both come from like that like lifestyle.
Gotcha.
And like his dad owned businesses. I come from like that very blue collar life as well.
Okay.
So in my head, like it's probably my biggest pet peeve is when people are rude to the wait staff or bartenders.
Yes.
I get mortified. Like I have an aunt who sends food back every time we go out. And I'm like, you are eating rancid. Whatever you get the second or third time is so much worse than whatever the thing you didn't like was.
Oh no! So she gets a whole new meal.
She goes, I'm gonna need this redone.
Oh, it's not even like this is like too cold or let's.
It's always she sends it back. Very frequently, we'll do make it again or entirely different meal. I don't like the way that looks.
That's horrifying. You gotta get rid of that bitch.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm sorry. You gotta get rid of that bitch.
Well, no. We by proxy do not. Nobody ever wants to go out to dinner because we don't want to be at the same table as that.
Oh, that's horrifying. Yeah.
Because then you try to overcorrect and be super nice, but then you don't know what the kitchen. By the time that gets telephoned back to the Mexicans in the back, you don't know who's going to hear what about you.
Also, they can tell it's fake.
Yeah.
They can tell that you're fucking throwing it out there. You're giving the extra smiles, the extra dad jokes.
Yeah,
maybe some finger guns.
Yeah, and I don't want to be bullshit by my wait. I hate when a waitress sits down at the table with me. Don't like it. Being too friendly.
At the table.
Yeah, they'll do that at like a like a Hooters.
Ooh.
Or anywhere where the girl's like trying to really flirt.
I've been to Hooters a bunch of times.
The girl will sit at the table with you when she does the order.
We've been to different Hooters.
Am I right, Max?
I have not
Max, seriously?
Okay.
This guy knows nothing. He didn't even know what to do for the first half. He was here for 40 minutes
Yeah,
could have
like a
asked you
bump on a
anything.
log.
Could have done anything. He didn't even answer my fucking phone calls. And his reasoning is because people were in the room. Step outside. So don't even ask him about Hooters. He's not even involved anymore. I'm done with you. You don't even get a mic.
I never got the mic.
Yeah, because you're not on top of it. So there's no reason to. So no Hooters for him.
That's fair.
I'm the closest Hooters he gets. And it's lucky.
They should do an all Jewish Hooter. They should do like locks. Hello, like that would be awesome.
That would be awesome, but too many hairs in the food.
Every girl needs 2 hairnets.
Yeah, right? And like the guys
Salmon
just need to
smells
like wrap
fresh
them
today.
around.
We didn't get it in today, sorry.
Oh, we actually don't serve fish. The guys, they're like wrapping them around. It's like on both sides.
A bunch of the dominatrixes I know all have went through a lot of like Orthodox clients. And she said they're all hilarious.
Yeah.
They love doms.
They love it. So like when I've said on your show before, like I have like so many whore friends and I love them dearly, but they're slutty, they're whores, they're fun. But they tell me all the time about the Jews they fuck. And they are the most religious with like 17 kids. And like they've been married for like so many years since they've been like 17, 18, you know. It's crazy. And I grew up like, you know, around so many like real Jews. And they're gross.
Yeah. The dominatrix I know, a lot of haggling, believe it or not.
Oh, all the time.
They don't like they do not like agreeing on a set price.
No, and they don't like.
A lot of them like to try and get a freebie and will try and whack their bag and run out the door.
Yes.
Very sneaky Jew.
Sneaky, and also smelly belly.
Yeah, you know they get a little ripe. They get a little ripe in the big coats.
I have heard.
I can't. And by the way, that's a lot of shit to have to wear.
It is.
Do the work. So I hate this is a thing I harp on, but like. I never ever want to be the guy that's like, stereotypes until you fly on a plane with a bunch of Jews. Like if you get on, like, I mean, hard, like yiddle diddle, like,
oh yeah,
box from my magic hat Jews.
I've been to Miami.
You know what I mean?
I go to Miami frequently.
And every time we have this running gag on Realist Podcast. It's like, if you see a family about to get on a plane, they will run on the plane, find the section of the plane they want, and then pretend they don't speak English. And more than once I've had to sit and argue, and then there'll be like some lady in my seat. I'll be like, I paid extra for like the aisle, and she'll be like, and then the father will be like, she does not speak English. And then I'm like, I saw you speak English in the goddamn terminal.
They try to do the Yiddish thing,
and they try, and then the father's like, I will speak for my family. And then they have seats all over the plane. They bought the cheapest seats on the plane.
Of course.
Then they all sat together, and then by the time they're on the plane. There's fucking 85 coats in the thing. The guy's fucking magic hat box is on a seat.
Hey, it comes with little frills.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like frills?
And I remember, so the lady started crying. My bad time with that. I was like, I paid extra for that seat. Because they wanted to give me a middle seat, and I'm like, no one's gonna be happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
you're very staunch on it.
I'm a big boy.
I'm not trying to be rude.
No,
but
I'm a big boy.
Probably isn't for
I'm a big boy.
That's okay.
The aisle really helps. And the lady all of a sudden could speak English.
Oh.
And she goes, and she's like in her 20s. She goes, but I want to sit with my mother. Right? So then I'm like, okay, well, you can sit with your mother anywhere else, but not in my thing. So then they all trade seats so that the dad is across from me on the aisle because now he's mad that I've split up the brood.
Of course. You're
And
also a man. You're a
he
man
is just
sitting
this
next to women.
bit like if this guy was any more of a stereotype, he would have wiped his sweat away with pastrami, like out of his pocket and just dabbed his forehead.
You just keep like rye underneath his armpits.
And this big sweaty Jew fucking gets up at the end of the flight to grab his magic hat, and he bends over in the aisle and put his asshole on my shoulder, and he just had like suit pants on. And we had been sitting on this plane for like 5 hours. Oh, I could feel the heat off his fucking asshole on my shoulder. And it was hot and wet on my shoulder. And I remember going, huh, and him feeling it on his asshole.
And him probably getting excited.
Yeah. It's, oh, yeah, his fucking hat spun. I just remember
his
this.
Yamako went to the sky.
This
It's like
fucking
hitting.
old Jew butthole fucking laying across me on an airplane.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you poor man. I feel so bad. Because I know you enjoy a butthole from time to time.
I do, but not that one. That was not my show. All of my public sexual encounters have been very against my will. I got groped by an Asian man on the train once. Full on butt grab. Turned around, little Asian in a business. It was like,
What'd you do?
It was one of those things where I felt like such a chick, because in my head I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna turn around and fucking punch him. And then he did it, and then I turned around and I was like shocked, and then he was like, he got off the train. And then in my head I went, oh my, it all happened so fast. I didn't know what to do.
Like a true lady.
Oh my stars. That gentleman just molested me.
Golly gee.
I really froze. I had nothing.
It's a jarring thing for the second.
Because you don't see it coming, and then it's kind of like falling, where you need 5 seconds to go, what the fuck just happened to me?
Definitely.
Before you could be like, oh, I need to correct myself.
Most definitely, yes. And then you also know the pain is there.
Yeah.
And it's either like the physical pain or the mental pain of being like, oh, why didn't I react sooner to that?
Yeah, and he gave me a good goosing. Yeah, he got
Did
some
he get
cheek.
a little...
You got a little cheek, he got a little in, yeah.
Sometimes when they just get like the nail, it's like yikes.
So this was my move in my younger years when I was a single man. You can tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
I would make wily attempts at skipping door number 1. Because a girl I hooked up with in college, we went right to butt stuff. And it went really good. And then we had vaginal sex after that. So I started this thing where I would, if I was getting a good vibe, make out on the bed, her in underwear on top of me, and I would have both butt cheeks in each hand, and I would just very, like, in the process of squeezing butt, try to just graze my middle finger.
Oh, brilliant.
On the outside of the butt.
Brilliant.
Just a whisper.
Yeah.
Because
a whisper of desire.
Now the ball's in her court. She's got 2 options. She can go, what the fuck are you doing? And you go, oh my God, I was just squeezing your butt. I'm so sorry. I would never.
Mm-hmm.
Or
the fun one.
If she's a party.
I see where it's going.
She's going to angle her asshole towards you and start sitting on your finger a little bit.
That's a little spread.
And then you're like, all right, I found mine. That's one for the kid.
That's it. That's a spread.
I feel like it was pretty successful and very little pushback on it. Not good pushback.
Well, there could be good pushback.
Yeah,
it could be a little bit of openness and pushing.
Yeah. Usually, if the girl's like, no, I'd be like, okay, and then you respect it, of course.
Of course.
But then sometimes...
You also fake it a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to fake
it.
You have to be like, oh my God, I would never.
Lord.
No, I would never. No. Oh my God. God.
You played this game.
Oh, yeah, of course. I've played this game many a times. And at first, I would say it happened to me the first time I was probably around like 19 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like quite shocked. And then the second time I was shocked and not intrigued. But I was like, maybe. And now I'm like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, here we go. We're adults.
From time to time.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I've only done anal twice.
You know what?
Like full.
That's all. You don't want to waste it. You're so young.
A lot. Thank you.
You have so much more you have so much more butthole to give.
Right. Why keep it tight and bright?
Yeah. Why waste it when you still have that bargaining chip?
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like it's
like a VIP room. Not everybody gets passed at the club. Mm-hmm. But even if you get passed at the club, you still want to hold it over their heads. You still get a promotion.
That's true.
VIP washroom.
I feel like you're a little different. Like you got into the green room too.
Yeah,
first.
There you go.
Even before the club, look at you.
Yeah.
Like you got the tightest and brightest.
Yeah. And we walked in through the back like Goodfellas.
And then you put on a fucking mink coat and I shoot you. Because I'm like, I don't like condoms.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ. Listen, who here hasn't worn a condom every time a girl said they absolutely had to?
Oh my God. I just banged this dude like last night, and he threw on a condom. Like each time we fucked 4 times, which was good.
And he kept the heart on with a condom 4 times?
Yes.
Save him.
Yes.
Fucking put a star next to his name.
His name is kind of embarrassing, so I don't know. But so I just call him but it's first letter.
Okay.
It's easy. It's like hotter. It's sexier. It's
Okay.
like intriguing. But first time we banged a couple weeks ago, went 8 times.
Jesus
8
Christ.
rounds in the night. Kept a heart on every time. Used a condom every time. Which, shout out to Skins with the Y, right? I'm like, what's wrong with that one?
God damn, 8 times with a bag?
I know.
How old are we talking?
He's 29.
That's
He's
still goddamn
he's 2
good.
years older than me. I know. That's what I was thinking.
Good for him. Good for this cocksmith.
I know. And then I just found out last night. He goes, yeah, you're the first girl I've really, really gone with because I just got back surgery 2 months ago, and they told me like I went a little too hard a few weeks ago because I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
I haven't heard from you, and I thought he was avoiding me, but no, I fucked his brains out.
Yeah, you blew his back out.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Very
dude.
nice.
Hell yeah, that's
Very
the
nice.
best.
He was like, I had to take painkillers. I was like, ooh,
Nice.
sizzle.
I had a girl thank me once for getting Valium. Cause whoa, there we go.
Whoopsie boopsie.
Well, we're fine.
Yeah.
Because she had to get she not dislocated but fucked up her jaw.
knew that was
In a
coming.
very passionate night of loving.
Okay, please say it was a mix of like blowy and butt.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
No, she
bitch.
and then so apparently. And I've read about this since then. It was an article that when you go to the doctor, the dentist can tell if you've been sucking dick because there's an indentation on your soft palate.
Are you fucking with me?
You can look it up in the booth.
Yeah.
But so this girl told me that she went in for jaw pain because it wasn't dislocated, but it was like just a little off hinge.
Uh-huh.
And she saw the regular dentist, and then like the nurse came in. And was like, hey, I have to ask you a question privately. She's like, have you been engaging in a lot of oral sex? And she's like, yes. And she's like, you got to calm down. You got to take it down a notch because you are damaging your jaw with like the ferocity.
Her dentist called her a whore.
Yeah, no, the nurse did.
Her nurse.
The assistant.
That's even worse. She doesn't even have authority to do that. It was my first sip of the drink, and I spilled it on myself in shock.
It's okay.
In shock.
She was a good woman.
Wow.
Yeah, and then all she cared about was to thank me for the Valium.
Also, that nurse assistant, that's somebody I want to meet in a bathroom on a night out.
Well, I think it was her job because the
That's-
dentist couldn't ask because the dentist was a dude.
Oh, no.
So he sent the dental hygienist in to fucking do a little recon.
Wow. You're really giving yourself props here, too. You're
No,
really
I'm
saying,
not.
like-
I doubt it was just me. It would not be the first time I was one of a team of men that caused the problem.
That's fair.
It's like Armageddon. They needed all the best and brightest.
And bigots.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I tell this story all the time, but I used to see this big girl in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, like 125th. She worked at the Starbucks by my old job, and I would go to her parents' house during the day while they were at work, and because I worked at night, I was like a doorman in a comedy club, and one time she's like, "You got to be out by 7." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And at 5:30, she like gets my clothes and starts kicking me out. I'm like, "I thought we had another hour and a half." She's like, "No, you got to go now," and she's like kicking me out the door, and I'm putting my shoes on, and as my hand touches the door, the doorbell rings.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh no, it's her parents. And I open the door, and it's just this huge black guy with dreads. And he asked the girl's name, is she home? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. And we look at each other, and it was like the cartoon sheepdogs checking in and checking out. Okay, Frank. Hey, Ralph. Chick, 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 chick. And then she just saw she saw us meet each other and laugh, and I was like, all right, man, I'm out of here. And I'm just like, I'm so glad I wasn't the 7 as opposed to the 5 because I did not want to go after this dude.
Also, like,
But then that thing's like, what shift was I?
Also, can you
I'm just
imagine?
thinking I'm not like the first after lunch when they're tired.
Probably not. But that's all changed because you're married, right?
Yes, I'm very happily married. We're gonna be 3 years on the 14th.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. How'd you guys meet?
Okay, Cupid.
Hell yeah. Okay.
She
Okay,
had on a picture, or she had on a shirt for the movie Troll 2, which is one of my favorite movies, and she was drinking Bailey's from a shoe. And that's from my favorite show, The Mighty Boosh. And I messaged her, and I said, I know 2 references in your profile thing, and I want to get to know you. And we spoke via text for a month and a half straight
Wow.
before we ever met.
Wow.
And I never sexted her or sent her my dick once that whole time.
Second high five of this episode because I have to say, I approve of that. As the no nuding sending, person, I don't know, what do I call my stupid bitch? Myself. I would say I approve of that.
Yeah, and usually I would be real aggressive about that early. And for
Yeah?
some reason with her, I was like, play it cool. And it paid off in spades.
There you go. Wow, married. That's crazy.
Yeah, we've been together for, it's going to be 10 years now. 10 or 11 years, I think.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Because we were together for 6 or 7 years when we got married.
Oh, wow. That's wild. You guys ever do like threesomes or like group sex or anything? Or you just
Nope,
stick to each
nothing
other?
like that. 2 of us is enough of a group.
I like that.
I got no hang-ups with her.
I like that because I feel like you could be the vibe that you definitely had fun before you were married and like before you were in a relationship.
Yeah, I had a
Right.
really good time. And that
Yeah.
was during other relationships, which I
Yeah.
think is why I'm so careful to not fuck this one up.
Yeah. Did you fuck up like a bunch of relationships, like a bunch of girlfriends?
No, the same
Yeah.
one over and over again.
Really?
Yeah.
On and off, just
On and
going back
off. And then
forth?
a couple other ones where I was not the stand-up gentleman I should have been.
That's crazy. I feel like you're like one of the nicest dudes around.
I think I got it out of my
You're-
system.
Oh yeah. Well, if you don't mind me asking, you're like your 30s, right?
Yeah, I'm 35.
35. So it's like you got that in your 20s.
Yeah.
That's typical. That's normal.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, you meet guys in comedy that are like 42-year-old pussy hounds, and you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, I know we're all developmentally retarded and emotionally scarred, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't imagine, like at 35, I can't imagine going out to a bar and being like, let's see what kind of sniz is out tonight.
I just started doing that now at 27, or like I started doing maybe at 26 a little bit, and I feel like I'm gonna stop it by before 30.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
not
even
fun,
imagine.
and especially like
It's not cute either.
it's not fun
not
meeting
a-
chicks at shows. Like
Yeah,
a drunk girl who wants to know about comedy is the worst.
a guy too.
Oh, I'm sure. I
guy,
wouldn't
too.
assume it. I didn't mean to assign a gender.
Yes,
But like when you get those dumb
Everyone
like,
sucks.
yeah. So do you like write your jokes down, or do you just go up there and like talk about whatever's on your mind that night? No, yeah, lady, I'm making it. It's like fucking Who's Line. Wayne Brady's up next. Like the people in the crowd that answer the questions, are they like, do they work for you guys, or is that really their answer? And do you have like what you're gonna say written out with them?
I just don't get it. I just don't know why you just can't submit for SNL
Yep.
and just get a job there.
Yep.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's really it.
The only one I
Yeah.
get probably more than you is because I play so many like old man bars and shit. Because I do so many like one nighters. Is I get a lot of drunk old men that want to tell me a street joke or a sad old man fact, and then go, "You can use that."
Oh, I get that you can use that
But I'll be like,
But
"Hey,
the-
one time I was going through my laundry and I saw my wife's panties. They were the size of a pillowcase. You use that."
You can use that.
I mean, I could.
How
I could use
wonderful.
that. I could use that if I really needed to.
What a wonderful.
But I'll get a lot of like
well-written joke.
street jokes. And
That's-
like, you could use that.
That's sickening.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a pattern, though. It's like a weird thing. I don't know. Did you feel like, because you've been podcasting for a while, and before that you were doing like wrestling, right?
No, it's I did music before that.
Music before that. Why do I feel like I associate you with wrestling?
I
as
do.
well?
I manage wrestling.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember this. The reason why I usually associate you with that is because years ago, I did a CFC match in Jersey.
Oh yeah, and
in
I had
the
a match.
wrestling ring. Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's why I was like, were you wrestling?
Who else was? Who was the other girl on that?
I don't know.
There was another girl on that.
There's no other bitches but me. No,
because
I don't
they
know.
were really mad when
There
they
was-
found out that was really blood in the ring.
Yeah, there was another girl, and she was like not chill.
She didn't understand it, and I had bled a lot. And she was like, "That's crazy."
There were like real wrestlers there. There was like real
Yeah.
shit happening, and we were just. There was no green room.
No.
Mind you, we were set up in the hall. The hall was the green room between where people were changing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had bled a shitload. And
Yeah.
I remember the
Yeah,
girl
yeah,
was
yeah.
they were literally like using a broom to get blood. Not a mop, a broom to splash blood out of their
This place was like a bad old high school.
Yeah, it was a
that
VFW.
Was turned, yeah.
It was a White Eagle. It was like a Knights of Columbus. And this girl, she was like, "I can't believe they made us battle with all that fake blood." I was like, "What?" She's like, "All that fake blood that the ring was covered in." She's like, "That was so gross." And I'm like, "Yeah, that fake blood's gross, huh?"
She did not get it.
Meanwhile, I'm standing there bleeding profusely, so I
Yeah.
don't know where she got fake blood from.
She thought it was makeup.
Yeah.
She thought it was makeup. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing. And it's like, I mean, yikes. I'm going to ask Matt Maron tonight. I'm just going to be like, oh my God, who was that dumb bitch?
It had to be. I can't remember, but
I can't remember either.
they were very upset when they found. I think I remember who it was. We'll say it off the air.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We'll do it on the Patreon, which we're going to switch over to
Cool.
in a few minutes, right? Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Or 30 in. Or 30 minutes in.
Okay. Well, when we're on the Patreon, we will.
Cool.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure it out. I know I went against.
I think I know.
Yeah. Okay. I remember I went against Mike Verdi that night. You had to step underneath and go underneath. I was excited. I wore a skirt because I didn't know that would be happening. So I was like, here we go. And I remember the booze for him, which I thought was hilarious. I love that. And I do remember that girl freaking out. I remember his wife freaking out too. She was very upset. She didn't understand why everyone was so angry and aggressive. She was very upset.
I would never ever do that.
Ever again.
No. I mean, I do wrestling, and I would never do a roast battle during a wrestling show.
Oh, well, I'm a sicko.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no, it's just fucking stupid. It's not against you guys; it's them for booking it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know that thing you like? Here's a much shittier version of it. You're like, hey, you know how you love watching men in their underwear pretend to fight? Let's watch people in their fucking early 20s pretend to be comedians.
That's fair. That's fair. That was many years ago.
Yeah, no,
It
that
was rough.
some of those are really bad. Yeah, and like I hate doing pop-up comedy in general.
Yeah.
Like a restaurant or a bar that doesn't always have comedy.
Yeah,
And you're like, all right, guys, hold on, turn off the game. We're gonna do a comedy show.
Oh my God.
I watched one time there was a bar in Queens, and it was just all these Mexicans watching football, and they go, all right, guys, we're gonna start a comedy show, and they turn off TV, and just the entire room got up and walked to the next room and turned the TV on, and we all just had to go up to an empty room.
Oh my God.
And a very famous comic's mom was there because his little sister was trying comedy at the time. So I had to do a 15 minutes for a very, very famous comedian's mother by herself. And it was fucking so embarrassing.
Oh my God. Just sitting. How many years were you?
I was probably like 5 years in.
Okay. All right. So you're kind of
6
like
years in. Yeah, I'm like 12 or 13 in now.
Yeah. So it was like, it's like a chunk of time when you're just like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing that now.
Yeah, no, I still show up to stuff sometimes, and I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show up to shows and just turn around sometimes.
Really?
I'll go, I'm
I
not
think
coming.
That's great.
I'm not coming anymore. Because, like, I got very inspired when I found out that even at, like, the height of his, like, I'm a New York comic run, Larry David would just get on stage places and look at the crowd and go, no. He'd be like, I don't like their faces.
Huh.
And now, like, if I pull up to a show, I'm like, this is going to suck, and I don't care about the people that are on it, I'll be like, hey, walked by, not coming in.
I respect that. At least you say that you walked by and you're not coming in.
Or I'll be like, hey, this is a nightmare, right?
Yeah, that's more
One time I called Sagalo. Me and Sagalo were supposed to do a produced show at Broadway Comedy Club.
Oh, man.
And it was all fat comedians. And I'm pretty sure I was headlining because I was the fattest.
Oh, fuck.
And I messaged the girl running the show. And I'm like, hey, so what's the deal with tonight? Like time, pay? And she's obviously fucked up in the message, like hours before the show.
Oh, great.
And
a winner.
she's like, can't pay you anything, but I'm bringing McDonald's cheeseburgers. And I went, okay, probably not coming then. And I called Sagalo that night, and I'm like, did you do it? He goes, yeah. I went, how bad was it? And he goes, I went up for 3 people, and then the girl was hammered and threw a cheeseburger at me. She like took it out of her dress.
Oh, no.
And just pelted him with a cheeseburger, and she's like, now eat it.
On stage?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this fucking mukbang?
That would be her villain name. If she was an X-Men.
Her.
Oh well, she's she's a real fucking muck. She puts the muck in mukbang.
Oh fuck.
And
oh my god.
It was a bunch of fat comics, and I just messaged everybody. And then I think I messaged the group, and I was like, "There's no way I'm coming to this shit."
Honestly, I want to get to that one day, and one day I will.
You're there already. You just gotta not care.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's not a good decision for me because it burns bridges with people.
Oh yeah, I know. I've burnt bridges. So
and like it's not like people are gonna like want to use me again when I do that. But if I show up to a show and there's nobody there, and I'm going, why are we doing? Like we're adults. Like nobody's act is getting better tonight.
Nobody. There's no growth
because we stood there at a bar in front of cold people.
Yeah.
And told our joke and practiced our jokes.
It's strange.
Because even if it's a new good thing, we're gonna lose confidence in it.
For sure. Or it might just not hit the same way. Or you, like a tag could come up with, like if you're like on stage and you're really getting into it. If you're doing it to no one, it's like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. So I'm more than happy to abandon ship now.
Yeah. I guess I'll get there. I'll get the confidence for that. I will. I'm like...
Not a club. I wouldn't do it to a club.
A club is different.
Yeah. A club I'll go up for nobody because that's a business that I'm working with.
I'm figuring you mean like a
bar show. Yeah.
Yeah, or like something in like an alley.
Yes.
Or...
Yeah.
You know, one of those.
Or like a motorcycle store.
Ooh, well, that sounds fun. I feel like
does sound fun, doesn't it?
Guys there, I'd like that. I'm like, ooh.
I did.
Do we get rides there?
I did a motorcycle store during the pandemic, and I got excited when I pulled up to it because there was like 50 motorcycles outside, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing a show to bikers. That rules. And I actually was like, I might kill. Like, I might have a really good set.
I could see you doing great.
And I go in, and I realized it was all the bikes from the showroom floor that they had to move to put seats down, and there was no one there. Except like there was free beer and they had less than 10 people. And it was an open warehouse in the winter, so it was freezing. And I had to go up for like 3 girls who were definitely there because there was a sign outside that said free beer.
That's it.
Yeah.
I hope you fucked all of them in their assholes.
No,
I really do.
I took a hot one.
I hope you tap.
No, I took a hot one on that one.
Oh my.
Yeah, me and Corinne had to do that one, and we both fucking had a tough time.
I don't know what you do at that point. I mean, well, I guess I was just in Savannah a few weeks ago, and I was with Leah Janine, and I opened for her. And we've talked about this already a little bit, but I must say, this place, even the locals had warned me before. Like, they were like, it used to be it. Elvis would come here and everything. I was like, yeah, like, what's the deal? And it was dead that night. And like, the waitresses did say, and they were like, oh, lots of sexual assault. I was like, cool. There were like 3 people there at first. It was just like a big room.
Yep.
A room. And then it filled up out of nowhere. It became like a random filled room. Okay. And it went from 3 people to then like 40-something people. And then all of a sudden, they were all migrating across the street to somebody's garage. Turned into a bar.
That's how you know the show was going good. Yeah. Let's go to a private domicile instead of this public comedy show.
Yeah. Yeah. Where they can actually turn their backs where they want. Because their backs were turned.
I did a show for 5 people a few months ago at a club.
Oh,
It was
at
a
a
Thursday
club,
night.
really?
Thursday night on the road.
I was gonna say on the road. I'm sure.
On the road,
unless there's, like, a random-
five people. And then the next night they had 20. And the owner had the balls to ask me and the headliner to do an extra 15 minutes each. And we're like, that's a long show. He goes, yeah, I want to make the money back from last night. And I figure if everybody buys an extra drink, it'll make up for last night.
This is truly how shitty some
And that,
people
yeah,
are.
that's exact. I mean, it was that bad.
Then
I walked out to the bar and I ordered a drink. I ordered a cider.
Yeah.
And the bartender goes, $12. I went, are you nuts? I'm on the show. And he goes, yeah, we don't do free drinks here.
Whoa.
I went, all right, I get not doing a free drink, but there's no way I'm paying audience prices. And I think I even said to him something, and not that this is like a big tip or anything, but like I think I had gotten one free drink for the show.
Uh-huh.
And I tipped him 10 on it.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you always tip, especially if
Like
you get free
what
drinks.
it is, yes.
You always tip essentially what it would have been.
Yes.
I was like, dude, I tipped you 10 on that first drink. Didn't you think I was going to tip you more if you gave me more drinks? And he goes, I don't know, man. I can't do free drinks. I was like, dude, then you don't get tips, I guess, right?
Where were you?
It was Yonkers.
You were, okay, so you weren't even that far.
No.
That's wild.
So I like to do this thing where I'll take bad weekends like that because I'll call motels and see if I can talk them down by saying I'm a comedian in town.
Uh-huh.
And I find like $40 rooms.
What do you just like Red Roof Inn? You just like to hang
No, I
out?
call like motels and shit.
Yeah, but like why? For what? Like
Because if I call like during the off season, like if we do down the shore, I'll call during the off season when I know no one's staying there, and haggle because I'll be like, I'll stay a week.
Oh.
If you can bring it down to like $45 a night.
Whoa. I thought there was the one Jew at the table. Look at this.
And then I'll make and be like, listen, I'll be here. I have friends that'll be in town doing the club. If you can give them a similar deal, I love doing shit like that.
Look at you.
And that was one of those I called this random. I found a motel that when you Google it, the first and only thing you get is drug dealer shot in police raid. And it was so bad. It was so gross that first I called. I went, hey, can I make a reservation? I talked on the phone earlier. And the lady goes, yeah, come in. I went, do you want my name? She goes, no. And then I get there and I'm checking in. And it's literally, I think I talked down to like 60 a night.
Nice.
And she goes, smoking or non-smoking? And I'm like, you have fucking smoking?
Oh my God.
And she goes, yeah, half the motel is smoking. And I'm like, give me smoking.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You gotta go with the smoking.
And I fucking smoked joints and did drugs in my shitty motel room all weekend.
That's all you need to do in motels.
Yeah, it was the best.
Yeah, we stayed in a couple random motels. I wish she had those skills.
Order some champagne. Order some champagne on GoPuff. Take a nice Whitney Houston bath. Get
you kidding
get a
me?
prosecco. Drink a prosecco in the tub like a fucking fat pig.
Are you speaking to my soul right now? Are
the
you
best.
serious?
What? Oh,
Because you know I'm the GoPuff girl.
I didn't
Did you
know
know
that.
that?
I love GoPuff.
I am the new GoPuff girl. Like
I'm obsessed with
not
GoPuff.
as new. It's been like 6 months, but I did a bunch of like commercials for them and all this shit. All they gave me was a fucking t-shirt and pay, but like no GoPuff subscription.
I love
Nothing.
GoPuff.
How
It's like
crazy.
I'd use it on the road all. If I'm gonna be at the
Brilliant.
hotel like Thursday to Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
GoPuff is my first move.
Really?
And you do Gatorades, juice, shit like that. You do snacks.
What about like the Pedialyte shit?
Love Gatorlight. The
Gatorlight?
The Gatorade Pedialyte.
Oh, I
For if
didn't
you're
even
gonna be
know about
hungover.
that. Oh, I didn't know they made that.
It's the same as Pedialyte. It's great, and it's
Okay.
less embarrassing than being a grown man drinking Pedialyte.
I do Pedialyte pops, but it's hot.
I
'cause
do
I'm
the-
all, like cute
yeah.
and everything. It's like
Me and Chris Vega do the Gatorlight, and drinks, snacks, basic fridge stuff, and then here's my other. This is your listeners can use this. I got it from a wrestler. Nice money saving tip. You ready? Check into a hotel. You don't have a fridge. Problem. If you drink, you want to throw some booze in there. If you want to throw some, don't want to go to 7-Eleven, you can throw some fruit in there. You want to have a fridge, right?
okay.
Front desk. Hello. Hi. I'm on medication that needs to be refrigerated. And I didn't understand there wouldn't be a refrigerator in here when I got the room. Bring one right up for you. If they have them, legally they got to give you one. So I would just say,
Wow.
I'm on insulin.
Whoa. 3 Jews, 1 room. This is
And
crazy.
you get the only thing is you got to then time the GoPuff order. Because one time in Philly, I got my refrigerator and the guy had to bring it up and plug it in. And then like 10 minutes later, he saw me come down to the lobby to pick up a 30 rack of beer. And he's just going, yeah, fucking insulin, piece of shit.
Well, it's getting insulated.
Yeah.
Doesn't that count? Isn't
No, but
that
GoPuff
almost the
rules. It
same
has
thing?
like, now that it has alcohol on it,
It does
phenomenal.
have alcohol. Yeah, it has Plan B.
Dude,
I saw it at the warehouse.
Yeah,
I saw
it
it at the
has
warehouse.
everything.
Can't deny it.
Absolutely phenomenal. And it's a great place if you're new to a city and you want to see what kind of sodas and snacks and shit that you don't get at home, you just go through their thing real quick.
I want to explore. I'm an explorer.
Like when I'm in LA and I can get my Faygo.
Fago.
Faygo is very cheap soda the Insane Clown Posse likes. They make it in Detroit,
We're
but in
speaking
LA,
in different languages.
they have glass bottles of it in LA. It's the best soda ever. It's called Rock and Rye is the flavor. And it's dark cream soda with a little bit of black cherry.
I'm serious. You are a kick cake.
Mm-hmm.
You really are. You're like, oh, it's like which one am I thinking of?
The what?
Which soda? The juice soda. That's like the cream soda.
Like Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown's.
Mhm.
Is it like a Dr. Brown?
It's something like that. I love this is as Jewy as I get. I love a Manhattan Special.
No, as Jewy as you got is the deal on Motel.
Yeah, no, it
Now
works
that's a
though.
Manhattan special.
That works, dude. And admit it.
Yes.
The call on the front desk say I have medication.
That's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
Because technically it was for people that need to eat healthy on the road. Because wrestlers are go to Whole Foods, fill your fridge with like salad stuff.
Oh, I never even thought of that. That's smart. That makes sense.
But I
Gotta
always
be-
just do a big GoPuff order.
Yeah.
And then I'm all set for the weekend.
Go puff or go home.
And then because I do the points I love it because you spin a wheel every day
Oh.
for points. So I always get like $35 off. I get all my points. I love it. It's like I really
How the fuck are they not sponsoring this? This is Max. See, this is why I get upset with you because they should be the first sponsor. That should be it. That's what we should be like. Well, thank you, GoPuff, for all of this, but here we are. Go Puff less.
We'll bleep them out. Just prove a point.
Good boy. I like that.
Patreon.
Yeah. He just yells it. He just goes Patreon. Like,
and it's a better deal than like sometimes when you order shit on Amazon, you get banged out on shipping. Even when you're Prime, like if you order like a case of soda or whatever, you get killed. But GoPuff, same as is in the stores. So you order those liquid deaths,
oh.
and you don't get banged out on shipping. You just got to tip good.
Well, I think the other thing is like Amazon fucks up.
Yeah,
They love fucking up. And everything.
Amazon fucks up, and then Amazon. I hate and I know it's such a recent thing, the 1-day delivery, but now that like it's like that Louis C.K. bit about how like when you don't get Wi-Fi on the plane, now you're mad, and like we just got that. Now when something's 1-day delivery and it's like this has been delayed a second day, I'll be like, you motherfuckers!
How dare you?
What did I even buy it for?
It was promise. It was promise. It's really not fair. It's called false advertising.
It makes me so mad.
Yeah. Well, when they say it, you know, it should really just like be happening.
Or just text me and be like, hey, we fucked up.
Yeah. And while they're doing that, they should give you money back, maybe put it towards the future order. They should be trying to get you back.
If you order Grubhub or Uber Eats or something,
Yeah.
and they forget something in your order,
Oh.
do you get your money back every time?
Immediately.
Me too.
Immediately. Here's the worst part. Even if I'm like, it's slightly off, like even the taste, if I'm like, this was not what I wanted, I'm PMSing, right? I'll be like, fuck it. Something was wrong with it.
My new,
I'll do it.
if I order fast food and they spill the drink,
Oh.
I say they
gotta
spilled
get
the
that.
drink on everything.
On everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got
And I'll be like, it's inedible.
yeah. Oh, I do that once in a while.
Yeah,
with,
every once in
Avo
a,
toast.
every once in a while, I'd be like, they spilled Baja Blast all over the fucking bed.
We're ordering different things, Zach.
Yes, we are.
I'm like cold brews all over the Avo toast, and it got into the crevices of the sourdough. So
No, I'm a big. I like my iced chai, my iced chai latte.
oh,
That's
can't
my
get with the
coffee morning.
chai.
I fuck hard with the chai.
I got
Doesn't
it.
give me the agita. Cold coffee in the morning gives me heartburn.
Oh fuck.
I can fuck hard with chai though.
Oh man, I'm like a fucking coffee addict. It's sickening. It's disgusting.
My
whatever.
chick is too. That
Yeah?
was the first year of our relationship before she moved in and started making coffee. Every morning would be, I don't feel good. What's wrong? I have a headache and I'm nauseous. What would make you feel better? Coffee?
1,000%.
Why don't you go get coffee then? Because I don't feel good. What would make you feel better? Coffee? Why don't you get coffee? Because I don't feel good. You need me to get you coffee? Yes.
Isn't that what boyfriends are for? Isn't that what husbands are for?
This is how whipped I was. I would go one place for my breakfast.
Uh-huh.
And then she would ask for a medium iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and then a bacon, egg, and cheese from a different bodega.
Okay.
And I would get myself breakfast.
Okay.
And then I would go 2 different places for her breakfast.
Yeah, I'm trying to navigate where
That's how whipped I was.
Yeah, that's how whipped you should be. That's how whipped all men should be. Understand that? I think that's great.
I did it for a while. Now
You don't do it anymore?
No, now I just call it in. It still gets there.
That's the same thing.
Now I can just afford to call it in.
See, that's what I was about to say. You leveled up with her. But before that,
I used to have to walk.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I don't think I have that. I think I'm just getting railed 8 times in a night, and that's about it.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm like, I had to pay for the coffees this morning. I offered, but he did the fake offer.
Okay.
Like after I was almost there, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "You saw I was coming." So good catch. She caught what?
I think you want to buy breakfast because it's the cheapest option.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it depends on what you're getting, but I feel like breakfast you get out pretty good.
2 lattes, $15 today.
That could be a lot worse.
That's yeah, I guess. Yeah.
2 drinks is $15, and you haven't even ordered dinner yet.
No, a drink is $15.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, these days, fuck. I like a nice martini. Like.
I took my mom and my wife out for Mother's Day, and I talked about drinking up upstairs from here and then across the street to the Brazilian steakhouse. Argentinian steakhouse.
Yeah,
and
right.
And I saw that bill, and I was like, man, we really were drinking, huh?
Yeah, that's me and Max every time we hang out.
Yep, that they have a tequila bar there, and oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been a tequila boy lately.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I've been with the wrestling company I work for. We started doing shows at a tequila bar in Brooklyn, and now I love tequila. Damn. It's like the last year.
It's interesting. Did you drink it a lot when you were like younger?
No.
What was the drink that you
I've always been whiskey or vodka.
And now can you still take a whiskey or vodka shot?
I can take a whiskey shot, vodka shot, no.
I think that's it.
Tequila I waited on, so I think that's why it's more palatable to me. Mm-hmm. Vodka tonic is in my probably top 3 things I still order.
Oh, yeah?
But I cannot do vodka shots.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think whenever you start with and you really go with, it's like, it's done. It's over.
No, if I'm doing a shot, I'm doing sometimes tequila. If I'm drinking vodka, it's tequila. But my favorite shot, and we're going to separate here on class.
Okay.
It's either Fireball.
Okay.
Or Jaeger.
Oh, I just tried Jaeger for the first time with Gino Visconti.
Mm-hmm.
It fucking rocked.
By the way,
yeah,
that's the beginning of a sad novel. I tried Jägermeister with Gino Visconti, and I make no bones about how much I like Gino. I really like him. That is the beginning. That is a Charles. That is a best of times, worst of times opening sentence. I tried Jägermeister with Gino Visconti.
To a fucking T.
It's so good,
though. That's it.
It
is fun. It is fun. And then people talk about Jager bombs. I'm like, can we do that with cider? How do you do that? Because I can't do actual beer.
If I could make it, can you deal with Fireball?
I think so.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Fireball and Angry Orchard apple cider.
Wait, I've actually heard about this because people have told me this because I always.
And you can do it like a Jager bomb, or you can do it as a mixed drink. It's really good.
Fascinating. I'm like, maybe we can do this one day.
It's like a caramel apple.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's basically the same thing. You can get it at like a carnival or like
it's very good.
LA or whatever.
Yeah, it's very good.
Thing. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
No, Jaeger shots are, that's a real weakness. I really like them.
Oh, it's not bad.
Especially if the bar has the Jaeger machine that keeps them cold.
Oh, the freezing ones.
The freezing machine. Yeah.
Tap.
The one of my last great drunks. We went to a bar in Brooklyn with a couple friends, and they had. Have you ever seen the ski shot or the Shotsky?
No.
So it's a ski.
Oh, Oh, where you're all
With
standing
shot
there, and then
glasses on it,
and you
and
all
you-
pick it up. Yes.
That we were doing Jaegers on that one night, and that was a great. That was one of the last great blackouts.
Fuck. I gotta hang out with you more. Jesus Christ.
My friend works at Double Down the street. I had the house cleaned for my wife's birthday.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Nice.
I had the bathroom and kitchen bleached, and then I had somebody clean the whole house. And I didn't want to be there for it because it felt weird.
Yeah.
And my friend got a job at Double Down the street.
Yeah.
I showed up at 1:30, and I stayed till her shift was over at 9. and I realized I had done anything. I literally sat at the bar and stared at a wall.
You double downed on the day.
I sat, and they had a hot dog machine.
Oh, the rotator.
They had the
just going?
rotator, the hot dog rotator. So I just sat there. I just made friends all day.
Oh, that's it. With the hot dogs.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
Like, hello.
I had a friend come, get drunk, black out, get kicked out. Walked him out, came
Was it
back for
Gino?
another 4 hours. No, it was my buddy got kicked out for. My buddy's a director. And he's very funny, but he loses all inhibition like a few shots in.
Yeah, director.
And there was
chaos.
a white guy in a dashiki hang out at the bar who just sucked. And my friend just started giving him shit. And then the bartender, who was my friend too, came over. She's like, "That guy's here every weekend. I got to kick your friend out." And I was like, "I understand how bartending works. I'm sorry."
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But you also gotta make fun of the dashiki. What
It
can
was
you
hilarious.
do?
Yeah, it was so
A
gross.
white guy out of them.
Yeah, and then they asked, he's like, "It's just what I wear." He was like a big gay guy, and he was like super into it.
There's probably a story behind it.
Of course, I'm sure
There's a
he like
trip.
studied abroad, or like his family took in an African in fucking 1975
Yes.
for a program, and he learned about their culture and
Yes.
loved it, and I don't know.
Yeah. He probably saw like the Disney movie,
Yeah,
the Color of Friendship, and he was like, "This is inspiring."
I thought you were gonna
This
say
is
The Lion
beautiful."
King, by the way. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, that's just about it. So they're pretty much the same movie. I think we should wrap things up with something very fun because Max has been wanting to get to it all day,
Okay, man.
and I barely know about it. But I've been waiting to. Max, do you either want to join in or do you?
I don't know if there's another mic on, but they'll hear it. That did you see Joan Rivers? There's footage of her saying that.
Well, why don't you just try the microphone that's right there?
They were off last time. Is the
What?
mic on? Yeah.
Mics are
Okay.
all on, Max.
No, the two were on last time.
We're
but
in
it's fine.
studio, Max. We're in a studio. We're not on my couch in my studio.
But you can control which
Come
ones are
on.
on. But anyway, the
Ask the
Joan.
question.
Have you seen Joan Rivers? There was footage of her being like, she did some gay event, and then they were like, "Well, do you think we'll ever have a gay president?" She's like, "We already have a gay president. It's Barack Obama."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Michelle's trans." And then people online are obsessed because they're like, she died a few days later. So it's now the idea is the Obamas had Joan Rivers killed.
No, I think Joan Rivers had Joan Rivers killed with a lifetime of surgery, and she was just being offensive.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. Yeah, no, I believe it.
Yeah.
Is this the? Yeah, I'm like, do we have a video?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
How are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I am so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does this.
She's just being a catty old bitch.
Yeah,
She's
she's fun.
just being a fucking mean old
She
bitch.
really
Yeah,
is.
she's
just,
great.
She's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and that's like old timey racism. Where like a pretty black lady.
Yeah.
I bet she's got a cock.
Yeah.
It's old timey racism.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't throw in some animal reference or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was self-restraint.
I don't think. Yeah. I mean, she didn't say like, "Have you seen the chef?"
Yeah.
There
Well,
there wasn't
she
any
was way
secret.
dead by it.
She wasn't what?
She was way dead by the chef thing. Unless she was
Yeah,
like
but
a,
she, but her knowing anything, it's
Yeah.
like implying like that chef had been around for he'd been cooking for a bit.
Yeah,
That's
she
true.
either
That's
had
true.
that, she
Slipping in
either
bed.
had a horrible theory or she looked at Michelle Obama's arms once and made a joke.
yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's what most of it was based on, is her arms.
Yeah.
And she's like kind of toned arms.
That was the whole video. This is the thing you've been talking up to me all day.
You love Joan.
I do love Joan. But
Yeah.
so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do. I fucking love that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm very sad.
Yeah,
Very
she's
sad.
great.
It was just her birthday. So rest in peace to her.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. to you after this. But Zach Amico, you were the best. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Any plugs? Anything? I know people
Yeah,
can
sure.
find you
Fuck it.
everywhere.
At Zach is not funny on Instagram. 3 podcasts: Real Ass Podcast, Bye Guys, and Zach Amico's Midnight Spook Show, all on the Gas Digital Network. Check it out.
Hell yeah. Okay. And yeah, go follow my Instagram. Go follow my Twitter. Funny Girl with Tits. Funny Girl W Tits. Subscribe to the Patreon. We just added a new tier. You can join for $1, and you get pretty much everything. But for $5, now you get a little BTS. You get a little pre-show stuff and a little like day-to-day, night-to-night stuff, whatever I'm doing, my shenanigans. And it's usually with Max, unfortunately, because it's my life. But whatever. And then there's $18 if you're just like a total cuck and you're cool and you just like want to give that because l'chaim, you know? Okay, this has been That's Hot. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye.